This morning on Daybreak, a death investigation is launched after police find a body at Springfield Lake. We'll have what authorities say so far. And summer is here, means it's pool time for you likely. The signs that you need to look for to make sure your child is safe. Plus, with 4th of July on the way, where you can stock up on fireworks and what types are allowed inside the city. That's all coming your way this morning here on Daybreak. Welcome on in to a Friday, everyone. June 21st is the day. I'm Joe Morano. Lauren Barnes, as you know by now, out on the girlfriend getaway for one last day. We'll check in with her in our next hour. We do have one familiar face returning from a long departure. How you doing?
It feels...
It's Elisa Raff, by the way, in case you forgot.
It feels weird. I feel like I have to learn how to use my green screen again and the monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I had some vacation time and then been on the girlfriend getaway. We had mentioned on Facebook last night just some scheduling issues, which is why, you know, duty calls.
Exactly.
So here
It's
I
no
am.
problem. So now we have the weather coming your way, and Beth's been telling us, you know, a little bit wet throughout the week to start off. And where she left us off yesterday morning, that it's going to be very hot on this first official day of summer.
Could have our first 90-degree day of the year. We haven't hit 90 yet, so we could do it today. We're starting out really warm with temperatures in the 70s. Just a couple of clouds out there this morning. It's 75 degrees in Springfield with south and southeast winds at 11 miles per hour and really disgustingly sticky dew points in the upper 60s. Not much going on this morning, but we're tracking the chance to get clipped by some storms up to the north. It's 75 in Springfield, 72 in West Plains, and 74 in Mountain Home. And these are those very sticky dew points. Kind of soupy out there this morning with these dew points in the middle 60s and lower 70s, climbing that muggy meter. We're pretty humid and starting to get a little bit oppressive, and it could be pretty oppressive as we head through the day today. Dry roads, though, I do think we have a storm chance, but it's not for everyone. It should be pretty scattered, so I don't think the roads would be impacted there. But if you are headed to the pool, we're looking at a very high UV index today of about 9, mostly sunny skies and those temperatures in the lower 90s. As you fire up the barbecue tonight, we're looking at, again, temperatures around 90 degrees. Details on that storm chance for today in a couple of minutes.
We lead off with what's making news now for you. Springfield police are conducting a death investigation after a body was found near the Lake Springfield Dam earlier today. According to police, a park visitor was walking when they found personal items on the ground, including a driver's license. The individual who found the ID looked it up online and saw the name was connected to a missing person in Springfield. So authorities searched the area and a man's body was recovered. No foul play suspected, but an investigation into the identity of that body is underway.
The park goer was here, found items that he was able to identify a subject. He looked that subject online, found that that was a missing person, contacted us, indicating he found items belonging to a missing person here at the lake. When we got here, we did further searching and found the subject.
Springfield Fire Department was also called in to assist in recovering the body from the water. One of Springfield's largest employers will have to reduce its employees by a bit. Mercy Hospital announced layoffs as part of a workforce reduction plan to save money. Mercy says reduced reimbursement from Medicare and Medicaid and increasing labor and drug costs have caused a need for restructuring by reducing some positions. We don't know how many employees will lose their jobs, but Mercy says the changes affects less than 1% of their 45,000 workforce. We also aren't being told which positions and departments have been affected by cuts. Upon reaching out, Mercy says they're not doing further interviews right now. We do have some information on a shooting in Springfield that happened last night around 7:30 in Hawthorne Park near Grant and Madison. A person was shot. The victim was hit in the leg. The injuries are non-life-threatening. Police spoke with witnesses, but no information has been released about what led up to that shooting. Summer is officially here, and you likely have some pool plans in your future. Just want to give a reminder on how to spot signs of drowning and some preventative measures. You should use only U.S. Coast Guard approved flotation devices and teach your kids safety rules before heading out to the pool. If your kids' arms and head are above water for less than a few seconds at a time, something may be wrong. These are things lifeguards are always looking out for as well.
Most of our lifeguards are under the age of 20, so it is a lot of responsibility to put on somebody that age. It just takes a lot of reassurance and a lot of practice for those skills and make sure that they know what a drowning looks like, how to react under pressure.
I didn't really know what I was doing in the very beginning. It was a very strong learning process, but once I grew into the mode of, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm saving kids. I'm going to save their lives. It just made me just go full for it and just be so confident in it.
For a list of U.S. Coast Guard approved flotation devices, you can find that when you see this story on ozarksfirst.com. We move around the Ozarks now. Things are officially underway for fireworks season, and you can purchase them outside of Springfield city limits. Many fireworks operations get their supplies from Fireworks Over America, who also operates as the fireworks supermarket on I-44, both east and west of town. We spoke to Vice President Michael Ingram, who says this is the kickoff to the season for residents, but their work never stops.
It takes us every bit of 9 months to import the product needed to supply the nation with its fireworks. We'll supply everybody from Bangor, Maine to Seattle, Washington. We supply all your mom and pop tents. You know, if you drive around Springfield and you see the stands on South Campbell, West Sunshine, Nixa, Ozark, they're going to be getting their fireworks from us as well.
We open this thing up at 7:30 in the morning. I almost like this more than Christmas. I used to like Christmas a lot, but I just love fireworks. I mean, a lot of your friends and people that you only see this time of year.
Fireworks can only be purchased outside city limits, as we said, and the only ones allowed inside Springfield are novelty items like snappers, snakes, smoke bombs, or sparklers. In a local spotlight this morning, each month the American Heart Association recognizes a survivor as part of the No Mo Heart Disease campaign. This morning, Hannah Zettel joins us to share the story of this month's survivor.
Dylan Gallup is a Lockwood High School junior who loves playing baseball, duck hunting, and working on the family farm. You'd never know by looking at him, but Dylan thrives at all of this despite having a congenital heart defect.
The Cannons must have really played bad this morning.
Welcome to the Gallup House, where baseball is at the center of every conversation.
We have our own little wiffle ball field out in the front yard. We go play wiffle ball all the time.
This is 16-year-old Dylan, who spends his time working on the family farm, playing the game he loves, and not much else.
Dylan is he's phenomenal. He's super smart. He's got a heart of gold.
Kara and her husband Darren shuffle their sons all around the state for baseball, but that's just the name of the game.
Baseball's my passion. I love playing baseball.
Before becoming the passionate pitcher Dylan is today, he had a major obstacle to overcome.
There was times during basketball where I could feel my heart racing and it wouldn't slow down.
Dylan was born with a heart defect.
It was just a fluke, just one of those things that happened.
His diagnosis is pulmonary atresia, and basically when he was born with his pulmonary valve shut.
The newborn was flown to Kansas City, where doctors came up with a risky solution to a deadly problem.
You can't do anything. A medical issue like this, you can't do anything. You just have to sit and wait, say a prayer. It's all in God's hands.
Doctors wired open the closure in his heart, making Dylan the 6th person to undergo such an operation.
You know, we didn't know if it was going to work. We didn't know which way the blood was going to flow. That was a big issue. If it flowed one way, he would die. If it flowed the other way, everything would be great.
The blood flowed the right way.
It worked. You know, it was like this huge weight lifted off our shoulders. But then little did we know that was just really kind of the first round of the battle.
Dylan continues to monitor his health, checking in with doctors, becoming as normal as restitching his glove.
I didn't know anything different, so it was just part of life, I guess. Just going up there for doctor's visits is just what I had to do.
We have no control. The only thing as parents we can do is just be here to support our kids and love them, and that's really it.
The Gallups say they've taken away so much from this experience, and they're grateful for organizations like the American Heart Association that continue to research heart defects like Dylan's. For more information on the No Mo Heart Disease campaign, head over to heart.org.
All right, great story this morning. Thank you, Hannah. Still ahead for you on Daybreak. Walmart makes some payments to settle a bribery case, and Elisa gets us set for this summer weekend on tap. Stay with us.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.